Here we have an exponential equation and we have to solve for x in the given exponential equation. That is, we have to find the value of x. Okay, whenever I want to solve for a variable in an exponential equation, my first work is to get the same base on both sides of the equation. Once I get the same base on both sides, I can equate the exponents and I can solve for the unknown. I can solve for the variable. So here, when I look at the stuff on the left side over here, we have 25 inside the cube root. It is a power of 5 because 25 can be written as 5 square. On the right side, we have 125 inside the square root. This one also has a power of 5 because 125 can be written as 5 to the third power. Okay, in my first step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this cube root on the left side and square root on the right side as exponent. So whenever I write the cube root as exponent, it will become the exponent 1/3. So then I'm getting 25 to the power of 1/3 whole to the power of x because I already have the exponent x. So now on the right side, I'm going to write the square root as exponent. When I write the square root as exponent, it will become the exponent 1/2, and already we have the exponent x positive 2. So we can write that exponent as it is. Okay, here we have base 25 on the left side, and the first exponent is 1/3. And for this complete stuff, again we have the exponent x. So whenever we have two exponents like this, what we can do is we can multiply the two exponents. Then I'm getting 25 to the power of 1/3 times x equals to the same thing on the right side. So we can multiply these two exponents. Then I'm getting 1/2 times x positive 2. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the left side stuff as it is. That is 25 to the power of I think better we can write this 1/3 times x as x over 3 and equals to 125 to the power. This 1/2 times x positive 2 can be written as x positive 2 over 2 because whenever we multiply a fraction by some stuff, usually we will multiply only the numerator by this stuff. 1 times x positive 2 is x positive 2 divided by 2. Okay, now, so as I said already, my aim is to get the same base on both sides, but here the base is 25, here the base is 125. Still, we don't have the same base, but we can convert these two numbers to the same base because both of them are powers of 5. So I'm going to write this 25 as a power of 5, then I'm getting 5 square whole to the power of x over 3, and here 125 can be written as 5 to the third power whole to the power of x positive 2 over 2. Okay, now so 5. Okay, now we can multiply these two exponents. So 2 times x over 3 will be 2x over 3 on the right side, 5 to the power of. So we can multiply this 3 and this. We can multiply the two exponents over here. When I multiply them, I'm getting 3 times x positive 2 over 2. Okay, now two terms are equal with the same base. Whenever two terms are equal with the same base, what we can do is we can equate the exponents. Then we get 2x over 3 equals to 3 times x positive 2 over 2. Okay, now we have to solve for x in this one. So to solve for x, first I have to get rid of the two denominators over here. So for that, I can do cross multiplication. What is cross multiplication? So the numerator over here, 2x, has to be multiplied by this denominator 2. Then I'm getting 2x times 2. And the numerator over here has to be multiplied by this denominator 3. Then I'm getting 3 times 3 times x positive 2. I've just done cross multiplication. So 2x times 2 will become 4x equals to 3 times 3 will become 9 times x positive 2. Okay, so here 4x equals to, when I distribute this 9 to x and positive 2, I'm getting 9x positive. 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, my aim is to solve for x, but here the variable x appears on both sides of the equation. So to solve for x, I have to get rid of the variable on one of the sides. Okay, now let me get rid of the variable on the right side. So for that, I have to subtract 9x from both sides. When I do so, this positive 9x, negative 9x will cancel out. When I combine positive 4x and negative 9x, I'm getting negative 5x equals to positive 18. Okay, let me write the equation over here. That is negative 5x equals to 18. Okay, to solve for x, I have to get rid of the negative 5, which is multiplied by x. For that, I have to divide both sides by negative 5. So this negative 5 will cancel out. I'm getting x equals to 18 is not divisible by 5. So I have to keep this fraction as it is. And we can take this negative sign over here. That is negative 18 over 5. In the given exponential equation, I have solved for x. The value of x is negative 18 over 5.